Amazing audience, we are live with Kara Kavensky. Kara, it's a great pleasure to connect with you. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You seem to be an excited buggy, if I would say.
Well, I have a lot going on.
Oh, that's good, that's good. Well, do tell us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time in history.
Well, I'm a marketing communications strategist, and I am a founder of an event here in Indianapolis that's coming up in September. That's like Indy's version of our South by Southwest, basically. So it's a convergence of startups, investors. We have makers, artists, musicians, a lot of different groups coming together to celebrate everything that's really cool about Indiana.
Is this a one-day event or across days?
It's a couple-day event that's concentrated, and then there are other events peppered around the city and then held in smaller doses throughout the year.
That sounds like fun. Where can people go to find out more about that?
INXindy.org.
INX Inks. Indie.org.
Right, INX.
INX, yeah.
Right.
Do you do the inks thing or not the inks thing?
No. The original, when I created the brand last year, it was supposed to be IN cubed, and so then it was written out INX3. And
oh, so that's why you put the X in there.
Different mathematical formula than
INX. Okay, so it's like IN multiplied org.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So INX
org
times whatever.
Love it. So you could do that multiple places, multiple times if you needed to.
Well, that's the plan.
Love it. So so you've been doing this for quite a bit, right?
Well, this is the second year for this, and this is a building year, and it's grown quite a bit. And it's a culmination of a couple different events that have been going on for quite some time. Like, for instance, the Venture Club of Indiana's Innovation Showcase. This is the 10th year, and that's the pitch competition element that is held at INX.
Wow. And you are the individual that is connecting everything, but in an entrepreneurial way to make sure the work that needs to get done gets done, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm the CEO of INX Innovate.
Who did you learn that skill from, that organizational skill from?
Organizational skill? I think it's in my DNA, and possibly heavily influenced by my mom and other individuals that I've been had the pleasure of learning from over the years.
What did your mom do before?
Well, she was in sales and marketing, and INX is a storytelling platform. It's a marketing event, and I'm a storyteller. So it would be natural that I would be promoting and facilitating storytelling for other groups and organizations and startup companies. A lot of interesting stories from around the state of Indiana, plus around the Midwest.
Why will you continue to repeat the skill of being that person who showcases the stories of others?
Well, I think that there's a lot of different groups that are doing well in this space, and by joining forces and collaborating, it really helps to raise awareness of all of these different groups, and it helps in multiple different ways, from economic development, which is sustainable job creation is my main key data point that I'm focused on, to then experiencing changes in education to help build the workforce that then creates these sustainable jobs and fuels these companies that are growing. Then there are nonprofits that are engaged, for instance, like PUP, People for Urban Progress. So my bag is a product of that. This is a repurposed roof of what we used to have in Indianapolis called the Hoosier Dome. And now we have Lucas Oil Stadium, and when the Hoosier Dome was imploded, this group took 13 acres of fabric and created goods and wearable stuff. So it tells a story. Yeah,
which is great. Like when it could tell us stories, like what we're connecting to, isn't it? Like stories. Like I love stories, right? I mean, who would think, right? But I really do enjoy and I guess endure to some point this, because I love it, right? What's one other thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years?
One thing I've done consistently, help promote small businesses, help to connect those entrepreneurs with capital. So engaging investors with these exciting, wonderful, solution-driven companies. Indianapolis, the whole state, really border to border, and it bleeds over. We have companies coming in from like 10 different states to compete. But the big thing is creating that spark. And for a startup business, capital, seed funding is the oxygen that they need to help continue to grow.
How does that make you feel, being that person?
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't necessarily stop to feel what's in it for me, like those feels. I love what I do. I love helping share stories, and it's not about me. You won't see me on the stage at INX. It's about all of those other groups and companies that...
So how does it make you feel? Now, I mean, usually you don't focus on it, right? But if we would just stop and slow down for a bit, how does it make you feel?
Well, first of all, I'd have to stop and slow down, right? Makes me feel pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. Why would you suggest someone do that in their life? Ensure that they're doing something, right?
Yeah.
Make the decision, and then just go do it without considering themselves and how they feel.
I think that when you find your passion, when you realize some of your superpowers, when you identify what's possible, and can leverage different resources for the betterment of others, there's a lot of power in that.
Yeah.
And it's a great thing to do for others, first of all. And then there's a ripple effect that happens with economic development, with incorporating different elements within INX that create awareness for other nonprofits that are helping to fight poverty, that are helping with bridging educational pathways and helping get individuals that maybe aren't geared towards a solid path towards what they perceive to be successful as a 4-year college degree, because you don't need that type of degree to be successful in life. So helping create awareness, helping others feel really good about what they're doing, honoring that spark within others, whether they are talented artists, they're a food entrepreneur, they have a special talent or a passion, and whatever that is, and celebrating those unique gifts that they have. People that create these companies, they identify a problem, they create a solution, whether it's some sort of SaaS product or a good or service, and to celebrate all of those stories. We're all combined by a thread of innovation and creativity.
Yeah. Yes, we are. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. It's definitely beautiful.
It is.
Let's switch gears for a moment now. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm blue Caribbean water. What is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory?
Yes.
I was almost 2, maybe 2.5. My father was holding me at the back sliding door of the house where we lived. At the time, my mom was standing next to him, holding my baby brother. We're 22 months apart. And the sky was orange, and there was a tornado. And the tornado sounded like a freight train, and it came over some trees, it touched down, and then it moved on. And this was maybe 1/8 of a mile away, a little bit over 1/8 of a mile away behind us on the property that my parents owned. And my dad said, that's where we're building the house, the next house. And they did.
Wow.
So that home was built when I was 4, and I lived in it till I was 22.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
I hadn't thought of that before. So I think that witnessing, first of all, I'm from the Midwest. That story happened in Noblesville, Indiana. I'm from Fishers, which at that point did not have its own post office. It wasn't considered Fishers at that time. I've not been afraid of nature, but I've been respectful of it. And impact of being able to make change. And that is a powerful memory.
It is a powerful memory.
Yeah.
Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Please do.
Yeah, I love the idea of creating based on, sorry, let me go back, reframing viewpoints. Like someone else would have said, nowhere. No, we're not building anything there. But to see the reframing of the viewpoint of, hey, that is a sign that whatever is or was there is where I am going to be. And to see that you're taking the energy of all of these startups, the tornado, if you would, of what's going on, and you're saying that's where I am going to be and build my house, metaphorically, is fascinating to me.
It's true, and I've stayed put. I've stayed here in Indiana to make a difference.
That's amazing. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
Oh my gosh, when I was 12 in the 80s. Favorite song? Maybe Brown Eyed Girl.
All right. Do you have brown eyes?
I do have brown eyes.
She has brown eyes. That's cool. All right, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. I'll do yes or no, right? Have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
No.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Just less than 8 hours a
All
day.
right. Well done. Kara, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Kara Kavensky, what would you say that is?
A unique one. Well, I'm a storyteller.
I love it. Kara, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
INXindie.org is a great website.
I love it. Kara, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you.
Boom.